Come on in. My name is Bill Tobin, and this is your Restaurant Leadership 365 Flash Briefing for Monday, January 11th, 2021. On Saturday, I mentioned our challenges on New Year's Eve and said that I'd be sharing details on how to overcome those challenges. One major challenge was our seating and the timing of our turns. The restaurant was sold out for the night, and we had carefully calculated turn times based on the size of the parties. Reservations were carefully scheduled to arrive as another table was leaving. Historically, we have a strong walk-in business, and so we've limited reservations to 50% of our seating. This allows for plenty of flexibility for people to stay beyond their allotted turn times and encourages walk-ins to continue to come in. Even so, it's not unusual for us to see a 45-minute to hour-long wait times for walk-ins on any night of the week. But we've also learned that despite a larger percentage of our guests being tourists, there are certain holidays when people are unlikely to come to our restaurant unless they have a reservation. For days like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, or New Year's Eve, the idea of walking into a restaurant without a reservation and waiting for a table is enough to keep most people from coming. So on these days, we try to maximize our revenue through maximizing our reservations. We also have enough history as a restaurant to have a pretty good idea of our turn times and capacity. So on these special days like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, we've been able to plan seating fairly accurately. But with COVID restrictions, we have less capacity due to mandated capacity restrictions as well as social distancing requirements. We even had a police officer come in to inspect our table distances on December 30th, and to our surprise, he made us move several tables, and we ultimately took 3 more tables off the floor to stay in compliance. This was all compounded by a relatively simple oversight that caused the failure of our entire seating system. That oversight was not planning for people to stay longer than their estimated turn times. In other words, we did not plan any slack in the system, which meant that if the 4 p.m. reservation for 2 people stayed longer than the allotted 90 minutes we had planned, then the party arriving at 5:30 would have to wait until that table was cleared and reset. Further along, if that same 5:30 reservation started late and then also stayed longer than their allotted time, then the reservation for 7 p.m. would also be affected. By the end of the night, with the snowball effect of every turn being delayed, we had many tables that were sat 30 minutes or longer past their reservation time. So your lesson for today? Remember to always allow for flexibility and slack in your reservations in case there is a problem that slows service. Now go make it happen. Do you have a comment or a tip for restaurant leaders? Text me at 808-201-0550 or find me at restaurantleadership365.com. This is Bill Tobin. Thanks for coming in. See you tomorrow.